This is your A Plus Moment with Dr. H, the Global Mentor Coach.
Hi, you guys. It's me, and I want to share a little something with you this morning about fear. Listen, fear is so real. Even though it's irrational, by the time you really kind of think about what you're afraid of, it's still very real. It's very present in our lives. And one of the things we have to learn to do is overcome it. We have to learn how to conquer our fears. And that means sometimes just stepping out, launching into the deep. There are going to be some things in this life we're going to have to do afraid. And that's the only way to overcome fear is to push through it and get to the other side. And then you really realize, what really was I afraid all along anyway? So sometimes we don't step into things, we don't do things because we're afraid, and we're waiting for the fear to pass. We're waiting to psych ourselves up and just be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to affirm myself and I'm going to do this and this and this and this. And we pray, we do whatever, we feel we need to do, to overcome our fear. And then we do something. But sometimes that's not how it works. Sometimes we have to push through and step into the fear. I know that sounds crazy, but we have to step into it, because when we step into it and do whatever it is that fear is pushing us, that fear is pushing back against us to do, we realize, what were you trying to keep me from in the first place? Success, joy, peace, whatever you're looking for is on the other side of fear. And so, all the things that you've probably been, hoping for and thinking about, and it's like, it's on the other side of fear. It's on the other side of what's pushing back against you, that's trying to keep you stuck where you are. So my encouragement to you today is to push back against that and get to the other side of fear. In my devotional time this morning, I read, the one I read this morning. It was from my own devotional. I do use my own devotional, but I read the piece on no sacrifice, no victory. This is the one I did this morning. And when I tell you, it was really digging deep into myself, about, what am I afraid of? What, and one of the first questions it asks you is, what's the hardest part about sacrificing? And to me, my answer was the unknown. And I think that, the source of fear for many of us, many times, is the unknown. Like, I don't know what's on the other side. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. But the truth is, you don't know what's not going to happen either. So isn't the risk greater than the reward? Especially when you know that you know that you know that you know that you have a good thing, you know? And so, just know that you can kick butt at anything, and that fear is irrational. It's a lie trying to keep you from achieving something great, something powerful. And you don't, and then the other thing is, you don't know who's waiting for you on the other side of fear. So step out there, launch into the deep. When fear pushes at you, push back stronger and harder and just go for it, because you never know what's on the other side. I'm not saying not to be afraid, because that's not even realistic. You are going to feel fear. I don't care if you're a faith-filled person in whatever belief system you have. I don't care how positive a person you are. At some point in your life, you are going to experience fear in some way, whether it's stress, anxiety, whatever. These are all symptoms, byproducts of fear, of some kind of fear in some way. So guess what? Toss that aside. Push through it and say, you know what? I'm going to do the doggone thing. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what it is. I don't care if it's, I'm going to run my first, marathon. I'm going to, stop eating meat. I'm going to publish that book. I'm going to write that article. I'm going to sing that song. I'm going to, put my album out. I'm going to start my own business. Whatever it is, I'm going to go back to school. Whatever it is that is going to require a sacrifice of you, but at the same time, it's still scary because it's something different, it's something new. And there's a big unknown. Step into it. Like really, really step into it. Launch into the deep because you really don't have anything to lose. You have more to lose standing on this side of fear than you do looking at yourself from the other side. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
This has been your A Plus Minute with Dr. H, the Global Mentor Coach.